Hello and welcome back to another trade recap. Today I've decided to do a public one so all of you guys can watch it. I usually just do them private for my inner circle members, but I'll do it for everyone so all of you guys can see it today. So then I'll start with coming into today. I wasn't really sure where price wanted to go. I was kind of loose with my bias. We had unmanipulated key level up here, which I could see price go up to. We also had this nice low and this NWOG that's not filled, so I also could see price going lower here. So I just want to see price play out itself to see what we might get. So first here we just go up at open. We come into this 1 hour untouched fair value gap. Bam. So I just basically see a reaction off of that. We'll see right here. It also lines up with the fib level, so we rebalanced this entire range. And this wasn't the best trade, but it was worth taking on my eval. I would not take this, however, on my funded. So then we're in a 1 hour fair value gap. We have a 15-minute Trinity block right here. Not the best Trinity block, but still a nice Trinity block. Bam. And we have rebalanced entire range, so my draw is basically lower for the most part, so we're in a nice zone to react, and my draw is lower. So, and then we get the confirmation here once we get this 5-minute rejection block. Bam. So I basically just enter once we go up into this rejection block and tap the OTE levels of this most current range. So I entered right there, I believe, with stops at this high. This is a 5-minute RB, like I said, right here. So I entered once we're in that. Bam. And since I'm not sure where price really wants to go in the higher time frames, I just target first of all 0.5 level with my target 1, since if we want higher, we were probably just gonna rebalance this range and then continue up, and I don't want to lose out on all the profits that was floating. So target 1 right here, and then full target at all these lows, which is almost a 1 to 10 RR trade. However, I did get stopped out with my trailing stop loss right here, and why I trade stop loss right there, or actually trail it even lower to this. And why? Just because it's basically just because I do this when we're this close to my take profit. I like to trail it very tight in these internal highs, since if we reverse from here, we're most likely gonna go up, which we did. So that's why I trailed it very tight. So that was the first trade and my thought process with it. This is the second trade, and it was a lot better. I did get a worse entry than I should have, but I'll show you guys what entry I should have gotten. So then we did not take out these lows right here, so we have basically relative equal lows. My draw is lower to right here, and from what I've seen right now, when we don't take out these lows and just go up again, is that today we're just gonna range basically. I view this as a ranging day, and then I want to short once we come up to premium up here again, since my idea is just that we're gonna range like this. So here we have a really nice zone. Why? It lines up with the fib levels. We have a 5-minute FEG right there, and we also, what more did we have? Let's see, we were in a 30-minute rejection block at the C level. I'll remove that one for now. Bam. So yeah, and we were also trading above 10 a.m., which was right here, which is another key level I use. Bam. Okay, or I can put it on right there. So we're in premium, and my bias is lower, we're in a 5-minute fair value gap, and we have this really nice rejection block. Why this is a nice rejection block is because it has reacted in this fair value gap right here, so it has rebalanced this imbalance. So this basically makes this a protected rejection block. We also had a bearish SMT since ES took out this high, and this is very crucial. This makes the trade like A++ setup when we have an SMT with this rejection block right there. So I should have actually gotten my entry right here. This also lines up with the 0.705 level with the exact range. So I should have had it like this basically, but I was making a TikTok and was distracted. So I unfortunately missed this entry right here. I didn't have my limits out. Just wasn't focused enough basically. Yeah, should have had my limits right there, because like 4 different things line up: fib, 5-minute fair value gap, valid rejection block, and SMT. So everything's lining up right here, so which makes this a very good sum. What did I enter off then? I entered off, because this is also what you can enter off most of the time. If you don't want to have a limit right here, you can just wait for us to create a rejection block here. And this is what I entered off. Just wait for us to create a rejection block and enter off of that. So I got a pretty good entry right here because it lined up with the fib levels like this. So I entered off of the 0.62. Whoops. So I got my entry right there. Stop loss at that high. And I had my take profit 1 right here. Since we like to bounce off these key levels, I had it at the 10 a.m. here. It also lined up pretty well with 0.5. Honestly, I could have skipped this partial 1 right here, since I'm thinking we're gonna range and then we're probably gonna go lower, but still a good partial 1 here. And I had my full take profit like right there, because we edged this low just before. So I wanted to be a little bit more conservative to not get edged. I ended up getting edged this time as well though. I got stopped out in profit. Like once again, I traded my stop loss pretty hard. I had it right there. I got stopped out. Or maybe, yeah, right there, yeah. So this was a good trade. Preferably should have gotten this entry, but this entry is also alright. And that was kind of just my thought process this entire day and why I took these 2 trades.